what's good, everybody? It's the Storm Podcast. I'm your host, Malcolm. I'm here with an interview with my boy, Grizz. What's good? Say what up to the people, man.
What's good? What's good, good people? Thank you for having me, Malcolm. I'm excited, man.
Bro, I'm hyped, bro. I'm hyped. So, tell the people a little bit what you do, so they can get a vibe for who you are. You know what I'm saying?
All right. What's good, guys? Grizz on 13th. Content creator by day, rapper by night.
Hey.
Yeah, man. I talk about anime, mainly. Think about branching off later this year, but talk about anime, talk about a little bit of gaming, reactor, I guess. Anime hot take, haver.
Facts.
Anime, contrarian.
Okay.
Contrarian, yeah.
Okay, all right. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah, I knew you as a reactor. That's how we even got in touch in the first place. I think it was one of my TikTok videos you reacted to. Which one was it? Because I think you reacted to a couple, but I think the first one was my Rock Lee take, I think.
Yeah, I think that's one of my biggest videos. Reacted to your Rock Lee take.
Yeah.
So basically, you said you thought Rock Lee should have died, right? Oh no,
that's
Guy should have died. You feel like Guy should have died, and I agree. I said if Guy died, I would have gave Rock Lee a full arc. Having his two closest, his rival and his mentor pass.
Exactly.
Been like this full type of arc thing, and it would have made Guy going 8 gates. Like we heard, like the whole series, we hear the 8 gates. If you open the 8 gates, you'll die. You'll die. You'll die.
Exactly.
Right. So then it would have made like his sacrifice like so much more impactful.
It literally watered everything down so much, because the whole thing about 8 gates is when you go 8 gates, it's up for you. That's it. It's GG's. Then bro went 8 gates and was Naruto saved them. I'm like, come on, man. Like,
saved him, man.
That kind of ruins his whole sacrifice. Like, it don't even really feel like he made a sacrifice before.
It's not a sacrifice.
Yeah.
It's not a sacrifice. They could even, the crazy thing was, this is the thing that kills me about that. They could have did all that, right? He could have went 8 gates, died, and they could have still did the Kaguya bullshit if they wanted to.
Right.
They could have still did that.
They could have did everything.
Yeah. They, I guess they only killed one character in that whole, one major character in that whole arc.
Yeah.
It was just kind of disappointing. But yeah, I reacted to that. That got a lot of traction. You seen it?
Your reaction video actually got more traction than my original video. Like, because I posted it, right? And I was like, okay, like, cool. It did a little bit, not that much. I was like, all right, whatever. And then, you know how TikTok's numbers be up and down, up and down. Randomly, it was one of my down times where I was looking, my most recent videos all had like 5,000, maybe 10,000. But I was getting a bunch of followers out of nowhere. And I'm like, what the fuck going on? Like, why people are following me so much when none of my videos really making noise right now? And then my boy Nick Williams from the Capes, Cows, and Close Calls podcast sent it to me, and I was like, oh shit, like, that's crazy. Okay, word. Yeah, it's at what? Like, I don't know what it's at now, but when I looked at it, it was probably at like 200K or something like that.
It's close to like, it's almost a mil, like 6, 7, somewhere around there.
Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Very wild. The crazy thing was that take, I even feel like it was so extreme.
Right.
I just felt like, but I guess a lot of people felt passionately about it.
That's how I feel like a lot of my takes be like that. I be saying stuff and I'm like, yeah, this is some calm shit. Like, this ain't nothing serious. And people be like, oh my God, no. How could you think that? I'm like, come on, man. I'm just vibing.
I'm currently getting eaten up for saying if the MC of a show is your favorite character, you're an NPC.
I saw that. I did see you say that the other day.
I'm currently getting eaten up for that take right now.
Yeah. Right now, I'm getting killed for me and my podcast. We said that Tanjiro could potentially be a Hashira right now. Like, he's strong enough to potentially be a Hashira. We getting murdered on there, bro. We getting murdered.
See, y'all guys are anime onlys. Right now, no.
And after reading the so I've had a couple takes like that. Like, I'm a man who can admit when I'm wrong. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It is what it is. Because after thinking about it a little bit more, I was like, okay. Because here's the thing. the requirement to be a Hashira are, I think it's you have to kill 50 lower tier demons or kill an upper moon. Or no, kill one of the moons. Which that nigga did. Like, he's killed an X moon by himself. And he killed an upper moon. Nobody ever killed an upper 6 before. At the time, I was like, I think that's good enough. Granted, he had a lot of help on that.
He had a lot of help. But does that count as like? And okay, this is what I do, right? Do you think Tanjiro is as strong as Tengen?
Do I think he's as strong as Tengen? No, but his fighting capability during his Hinokami is comparable, right? Because Tengen isn't lit because of his fighting. He's a ninja, you know, he's a shinobi. That's what makes Tengen so lit, is the fact that he's able to infiltrate and sneak up behind you. Because he took out Daki smooth. He ran up behind Daki, cut her head off, it was over with. But when he face to face with somebody, it's a little bit of a different story.
It's a little, all right.
You know what I'm saying?
You think Tanjiro as strong as Rengoku?
Oh, hell nah. Okay, fuck no. So. Fuck no on that one.
He ran through the train, all like 9 carts in one slash.
Yeah, that was but Rengoku, wasn't he one of the more lit ones? Like, he's one of the more lit.
He is one of the more stronger ones.
Yeah,
one of the more stronger ones.
Because I think the least strong one is Shinobu, and we haven't really seen her pop off yet, at least not in the anime. So I don't know how great she is compared to Tanjiro and them. I don't know. But I can't admit that I was wrong on that take. I can admit that.
The thing is, right, with a lot of the Hashira, a lot of them have like have hacks, right? They have a lot of hacks. So like, that's the thing. I think, right, and this can be a whole nother topic, but I think, right, when unlike Dragon Ball Z and like Seven Deadly Sins, where you measure power just by power, like strength.
Oh, like numbers and shit,
like numbers and stuff, right? I kind of like when shows. First one's coming to mind is like JoJo. I kind of like when shows. It's not always about who's the physically strongest or who could do the biggest blast,
right?
You know?
Yeah, I feel that.
Who's the most creative? Who's the most finesseful with their powers? You know what I mean?
That's why I'm a Hunter x Hunter fan, because in Hunter x Hunter, y'all see the shirt. I got the Kilo shirt on today. And Hunter x Hunter, it really is about creativity, because you have a Nen affinity and you have things that you could do with your Nen, but it's really about what you can think about, you know? Like, you really got to think people. Like, Kilo had to come up with Godspeed. He had to make that up himself. That wasn't he was just born with it. He had to come up with that, work with that, make it up. And that's why Hunter x Hunter is so cool, because it's about that creativity with your powers. That's why that's fire.
Hasuka, like, fucking bungee gum, he makes it so crazy.
It's such a basic ass ability.
It's
gum. Rubber and gum. Like, that's literally it. But the way he uses it is what makes it so fire. The fact that he be doing so much with it. That shit, that's what makes it. That's why I think that Nen is one of the best power systems. And I do have a problem with power systems that are based solely off of strength, where it's like, yo, he was just born like that. Like, he's just born lit as hell. He's just strong as shit. And it's like, okay, cool, I guess. But I would much rather have it be to the point where it's like, yo, let me think about how I can do this. How can I use my power more creatively? And that's where I feel like My Hero Academia was going. At the beginning, it was about, yo, some of these people's quirks is ass, but we make it good. Like, Bakugo's quirk wasn't ass, but he made that quirk fantastic. That explosion shit, if anybody else had that, it would be a good quirk. He turned that shit into some next level shit. This nigga be flying and spinning in the air, coming up with AP shot. That's some different shit.
Using like the trajectory of his spin to increase the explosion.
Be doing math and science and shit. Like, that's next level. Question,
when do you think Horikoshi kind of moved away from that?
So, we literally just talked about this on my last episode of podcast that just came out, right? I think one of the biggest mistakes in My Hero Academia was giving this nigga 18 billion quirks, bro. I think giving Deku all them quirks is dumb. Like, here's the thing, right? We know Deku is destined to be the #1 hero. We already knew that. But when you look at Bakugo and you go, hey, this nigga lit. He going crazy. When you look at Todoroki and you like, he going crazy, it's like, all right, bro, they're working. So, yes, we know that it's going to be Deku, but it's pretty close. Like, it might be Bakugo for a period of time. Maybe this, you know. Once he get all them quirks, it's like, all right, bro, come on now. He already had the best quirk in the show. You already had One for All.
Yeah.
Now you got One for All, plus the how I think it's like 8 more. Come on, dog.
If you think about it, right? I don't know if this is spoiler, so damn, I'm trying to use my brain.
Yeah, try not to spoil it.
I'm trying not to. If you think about it, okay, where are the other series?
So the last thing that just happened is the war. Like we're in the Liberation War. Yeah.
I was about to say, if you think about it, Deku is kind of like Spider-Man.
And I hate that. Bro. It makes me sick every time I watch him swing around the damn city. And now he got the danger sense too. He got Spidey sense. I hate it, bro. I hate it. Because that's not what he's supposed to be, bro. And it don't make no damn sense.
But what if Horikoshi, this was his plan the whole time?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Personally, I don't think so. So the conversation we were having on the podcast was about retconning, right? And you know what retconning is?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We were talking about retconning. And I feel like that, him getting all those other quirks, personally, I feel like that was a retcon. I could be wrong. I don't have any like hard evidence because I ain't looked through Hirokoshi's notes or nothing like that. But it feels like a retcon to me. And I feel like the story would have been better off without it. Personally. That's me though.
This is why I can understand that. But this is why I think it might not be. Okay. We all knew that there were in the sports festival,
right?
When he first, he's seen multiple shadows, right?
Facts.
So we know those are multiple users, right? Of One for All. Okay, boom. That's one. Two, as the story continued, he kind of like, he's meeting the other essences of the people who've had the power before, right? So it's like, okay, I don't know. Like I said, I'm just kind of thinking if I was a writer. So there have been kind of clues that he was going to get other powers, right?
I don't know if it was clues that he was going to get the other, like, because I've had this argument too. Yes, it is clues that he has One for All within him and he has a closer connection to One for All. I think they still could have made that work without getting, like, I don't think it was clues that he was going to get the other powers per se. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Because, like, let's really think about why it makes sense, right? Or why I think it's dumb. What is the reasoning behind One for All granting Deku the other powers and not the other users?
Okay.
The reason that they gave is because All for One is getting strong and they need to beat him.
Right.
Nigga, y'all needed to beat him the whole time. Like, All for One, y'all could have gave all that shit to All Might and beat him right there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think, like, why now? They're like, oh, because of the quirk singularity theory and he's getting too strong and he's getting to that. He's been too strong.
He's been too strong.
If you would have given that to, because All Might almost won. There were 2 different instances where All Might almost killed All for One. Boy, if he just would have had a little bit more of an edge,
the danger sense, he probably would have got hurt.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
a black whip, anything. Give him just a little extra edge, and that would have been all he needed to turn that tide right there. So, I get why you wouldn't give it to like the third user, because the third user, he not making it happen. All Might would have made that happen.
All Might would have made that happen. Yeah,
that's how I feel, at least.
The only thing, right, is that we know that Horikoshi is like a Marvel fucking stan. Like, he loves Marvel. Like so, him making a character based on Spider-Man, not too far-fetched. Who doesn't love Spider-Man? You know what I'm saying?
Spider-Man is the GOAT. Like, Spider-Man is one of my favorite just Marvel characters in
exactly.
Total.
So it's not too far-fetched to be like, oh, okay. It might be a retcon, but it's like one he was like, oh, well, this kind of can work this in my story. So,
yeah, but that's how I feel about it. I think it's because the conversation we're having are good retcons, and bad retcons. Like there are certain retcons where you could be like, you can have this argument where we could be like, was it a retcon? Was it not? I don't know. Then there are retcons like Kishimoto, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, nigga, this was without a doubt a retcon. Like the whole Chinchuriki, Tailed Beast, all that is a retcon. Like that's a retcon. The word Jinchuriki was not used until Shippuden. Like Gara never once did a single person refer to him as the One Tail until his arc in Shippuden. All that. Like there's really no argument for that being a retcon. Like so I think Hirokoshi, if this was a retcon, which I don't know for sure that it is, if it was a retcon, I think he did one of the better jobs of retconning.
One of the better jobs. I can agree.
Yeah, because I think that retconning can really fuck up a story if you do it wrong. I don't feel like he fucked up the story because season 6 is going absolutely dummy
Season 6
right
is
now.
pretty good. I remember reading that in real time.
You're a manga reader too, though. Man.
Yeah.
Why? I want to hear that. I want to hear why.
Patience.
That's whack though. That's whack. Because like, okay, let me ask you, what's the better medium to consume the content in?
Anime. Okay. All right. Anime is way more enjoyable to watch than reading.
I agree.
Reading, it doesn't matter how masterful an author is, it doesn't really, the motion of stuff moving hits a little bit better. But
it's different.
Okay, but hold up, I'm gonna say this though too. There are certain parts of manga, right? Okay, I'll give you an example. Do you remember when Aki used the cursed sword, right, in Chainsaw Man?
Yep.
And you see the little finger, like, pop, and like when he stabs it, it's like a finger that comes out and pushes the sword.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Remember that? Okay. In the manga, in the manga panel, it's illustrated so much like better because we see Aki charging and the finger is breaking the wall of the panel and it's pushing it, right?
So I kind of see what you're saying.
It's like a better illusion. Yeah, I understand that. Oh, this is some ethereal type of stuff,
right?
Because it's even breaking the confines of the story. I didn't really feel that when I was watching the show, but I understood.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? So it's certain times it translates better. Like I'm pretty sure you heard the whole you heard of Uzumaki, the Junji Ito story. Uzumaki.
I don't think so. No.
Okay, so it's this Junji Ito is a horror author. Draws like these real ethereal, super scary illustrations, brother. Like when you look at them, they're spine chilling, right? Especially if you haven't seen them before, right? And every time they're translated to anime, they ask like it can't capture
right because it's a whole different medium, yeah,
right. Or let's talk about the GOAT. Berserk.
I actually haven't watched Berserk. That's one that I don't have under my belt. I need to add it though. I know I need to watch it.
Watch the 90s version.
Yeah, I started one version. I only watched like an episode of it because shit, it was late at night and I was at the apartment by myself and I was like, damn, this shit kind of creepy. I'm gonna turn this shit off. But
Berserk.
Yeah, that shit was a little different. But yeah, I know I need to add Berserk to my roster.
But see, Berserk never translates. I think the 90s version is good, but a lot of the super fans says it never translates over to anime. And I agree. Like every adaptation has been ass. Right. So it's like it's 50-50. So stories like JJK, stories like My Hero, Chainsaw Man. Well, that was no anime. I just was reading Chainsaw Man before the anime. It's one of those things where like okay, I can say this. I'm reading Blue Lock.
Hey, right? That's my shit. That's my shit.
I'm reading Blue Lock, but I only have up until where we at right now in the arc.
Right.
Now, why am I doing that? Because I enjoy the show too much.
The show is hitting, bro. Like it's literally slapping so hard.
I enjoy the show way too much.
That shit is slapping, bro.
Right?
There are certain shows you gotta watch the anime,
bro. To the point where I want to play soccer now. You know what? Though?
Me too.
I was thinking. I was talking to one of the homies. I said, "Do you think like the animation studio planned this? Because Blue Lock came out right at the beginning of the World Cup.
Genius.
Like
genius level plan. It might have been planned because you know the jerseys that the Japanese team was wearing.
Right.
The Blue Lock mangaka designed the jerseys.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, the mangaka who did Blue Lock designed the Japanese team's World Cup jerseys. So I feel like it had to have been planned.
Bro, it's almost too perfect.
Yeah.
I was watching, like, I was not into the World Cup, bro.
Me either.
Watched episode 1 of Blue Lock, got into the World Cup.
Same here. My entire life, I had never played a game of soccer, never watched a full nothing. Like, I just wasn't on that. I wasn't. And then Blue Lock. So Ao Aishi did turn me up too. I don't know if you watch Ao Aishi.
I was about to ask you, have you watched? I haven't watched it yet.
Ao Aishi is good too. Ao Aishi really did get me into soccer too. And then Blue Lock was just like the icing on that cake. So Ao Aishi is like Blue Lock, but almost the exact opposite.
I heard.
Yeah, because like Blue Lock, right? The whole thing about Blue Lock is they're trying to get that ego. So like Isugi, he's trying to get that ego and he's trying to learn how to become more of an individual player instead of leaning on his team, right? Ashi is him. Like on all his teams, it's literally like everybody else like, yo, just give Ashi the ball and we'll just let it go down like that. And then he get on a team with a bunch of niggas who are lit and he's like, okay, now I got to figure out how to play on a team and I realize my skills aren't as good as I thought they were.
Right.
Like, so he's like, now I got to relearn all these other skills. So it's like the opposite side of soccer.
Opposite Blue Lock.
So if you watch that shit, it's such a good mix.
We gotta watch both of us because I'm pretty sure neither one of us have watched this show. Captain Tsubasa. Have you heard of Captain Tsubasa?
I literally just heard of that in my TikTok live like 2 nights ago. Somebody told me about it. Yeah.
Yeah, Captain Tsubasa. I haven't watched it. It's one of the OGs, but of soccer anime. So that's one we gotta tap into too.
Yeah, I gotta tap into that. Somebody just like literally, it might even been last night. Somebody on my TikTok live was like, "Yo, if you like Ao Aishi and Blue Lock, go ahead and check that out." But Blue Lock is different for me.
Nah, Blue Lock is yeah, I want to read it. I want to, but I'm holding back, bro.
See, and that's how I feel about most manga. It's like I want to read it, but I know that in most cases, I enjoy the anime more. Like there are a couple outliers, like Tokyo Ghoul. That manga was beautiful, loved it. But because like if I do read the manga, a lot of time I'll read it after I watch the anime. So like if there's something wrong with the anime, I'll go back and it'll just like add more on. And I'm like, oh damn, this is even better now. That's what I did for Tokyo Ghoul. But I just think that anime is the better way. And then here's what bothers me about the whole manga argument, right? A lot of people are like, yo, I read the manga because I'm not patient. But what happened when I catch up to the manga? Now I gotta wait for that too. Now I still gotta wait.
Yeah.
So either way, I'm waiting.
People are leaders too. They like to be ahead of people. And,
yeah.
Like, oh, I know what's gonna happen. I always hated that that type of thing. It's just with me. I just know I'm gonna rewatch the anime. I'm watch the anime anyway.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like I'm gonna watch the anime. I'm gonna read the manga. I'm gonna support both mediums. I recently got into buying more manga just because I understand how important that is for the anime industry back in Japan.
Yeah.
So I've been really doubling down, especially if I like a series. Make sure like I'm in the process of buying all JJK.
Okay.
So many
fire
volumes. Like I got like 17 more volumes to buy, but neither here or there.
That's bread though. That's bread.
No, but it's adding up. $7 a volume. Y'all guys can do the math.
Damn.
And one comes out like every month, bro.
Yeah, that's bread right there. I want to get my manga collection up too. So like right here, I want to. This is where I stream. Right here, I want to put like a shelf, And I want to put like, I got like different anime figures. I got a Dr. Stone figure. I got shit like that. And I want to put manga on there too. And just kind of like show off my manga collection. Because I don't have any manga. Well, I do have some manga. I don't have a lot. Shout out my boy Dom from Namiwear. I don't know if you've heard of the anime streetwear brand Namiwear.
Not familiar.
But yeah, he runs the anime streetwear brand Namiwear. And he actually has a manga. He has two manga actually. Soul Search and 10 Pins. One's a bowling manga. And one's, it's like a world, like go different world type manga. And I have those, which are super cool. My boy Sterling from D Spirits, he also has a manga. So I got those manga, but I don't have any like Japanese manga. You know what I'm saying? Like I got my homies manga, which is super legit, by the way. If y'all haven't checked it out, go
what's
check
your
it out.
favorite series, bro? I'm gonna gift you one when we go to DreamCon.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Tokyo Ghoul is lit, man. I gotta say Tokyo Ghoul.
I got you. Tokyo Ghoul, man. Volume 1.
Appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, we'll take a picture of everything and put it on the talk or something.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, bro. I can't wait for DreamCon, bro.
I'm very excited, bro.
I can't wait. You were at DreamCon last year, right?
I was.
What was your experience like? We didn't, bro. I didn't know a lot of creators. Like, I knew some creators, but I didn't know that many creators. So I did link up with some of my creators that I knew at the time. I linked up with a lot of my podcast listeners. Shout out to the podcast listeners who I've met. That was super cool, bro. But what was your DreamCon experience like?
My DreamCon experience, it was cool, bro. So prior to this, I was doing gaming content, right? I was like super focused on gaming content. Really locked in, like, doing gaming news, game reviews, etc., etc. I went down to DreamCon and I said I want to do interviews. Well, fast forward. I went to this convention in DC called AwesomeCon.
I've heard of that.
Right? You heard of AwesomeCon?
Yeah.
So with the AwesomeCon, it's kind of like a mix of like, it's a mix, just like a black convention. Oh, no, not awesome. BlurredCon, my bad. BlurredCon.
BlurredCon is another dope one. I've never been, but I've heard a lot of things about BlurredCon.
Right. So I went to BlurredCon. BlurredCon, predominantly black con, everybody from comic books to anime lovers there. And I was like, I want to start doing content, right? I didn't really know what to do. So I was like, okay, had a little microphone, was doing interviews.
Right.
I did some interviews. I was like, wow, this is really cool. And that's what kind of inspired me to do my transition into making more anime content. If you go back far enough on my TikTok, and then my gaming stuff was doing pretty good. This is where I had like, I probably had like 100 followers, bro. I'll say I grew my TikTok to where it is right now. Since DreamCon, really, like,
what are you at right now? You're at like
almost at 9K, like 9K? 10.
And that's decent.
Yeah, bro, not bad. I mean, I've been grinding it. But TikTok be finicky sometimes.
Bro, don't even get me started on that, man. TikTok they be real back and forth on that shit, man. They be real back and forth.
It's kind of nasty, but so that happened. We went to DreamCon. And I caught the bug, bro. I was just grinding, bro.
It's different at DreamCon, bro.
Man, it's different. It's seeing people you watch on the internet with millions of views, like right there, your face gives you a different type of inspiration, And me not being a weirdo, was able to have these conversations with people. Like I had a real in-depth conversation with Afro Senju.
Damn.
Yeah, we was talking about it probably for like an hour, bro. Just kicking it, bro.
That's decent.
Yeah, cool dude, man. Met like these dudes who like I've been watching their videos for like 3, 4, 5 years, bro. Like Rhyme Style and he's a Dragon Ball Z dude. Swag Kage.
I know a lot about. One of my friends used to be a Swag Kage super fan, bro.
Oh my god, bro. Yeah, I talked to him for a little bit. Meeting King Vader, the whole RDC guys, like meeting all those guys. It's real inspiring. So
super inspiring.
I think if you're a creator of color, you definitely need to go down there. It will
Agreed.
definitely change your mindset. And want to put you in grind mode, man. It
That's what it
definitely
did
put
for
me in
me.
grind mode.
It put me in grind mode, bro, because it was the same situation for me. Like, I was already a content creator, you know, I was doing real decent on my content, posting consistently. When I went to DreamCon, I think I had less than 30K. I think I was at like 27K, somewhere around there on TikTok. Now I'm at 60K. Like, I literally went up 30K just after DreamCon from all the grinding, bro. Cause like, when you go, being a creator of color in the nerd space, right? DreamCon is the perfect place to be because there are so many other creators of color in the nerd space. And it really does put a battery in your back. So when I went to DreamCon, I work with a brand. It's a trading card brand called D Spirits, right? Super cool. If you never heard of them, check them out because they got so many dope stuff. Actually got some of the cards right here.
You know, I seen the booth in the thing.
You probably saw me then. You probably saw me because I was there the whole time, bro.
Mhm.
And so we work with D Spirits and they fly us out to different conventions and we teach people how to play, right? So I was in the D Spirits booth and we were setting up before DreamCon was even open. And damn, his name literally just is Leland from RDC was just walking around, you know, just doing his rounds beforehand. I was like, oh shit, because there's like nobody in the building at this point. It's like maybe 50 people in the building. He's like, I was like, oh shit, what's good? He was like, hey, what up, bro? Like, I'm just doing my rounds. We literally stopped. We talked for probably like a good 15, 20 minutes. And like that shit just motivated me. And then throughout DreamCon, people see me on TikTok. People listen to my podcast. Podcast listeners, that's some shit that don't happen to me in regular life where I'm just walking around and people recognize me. We'd be walking to the bathroom or in the booth. People like, oh shit, you're Malcolm from the Storm podcast. And I'm like, God damn, like niggas know me.
Yeah, that's tough.
It just makes you want to go harder, bro. And then another moment. Do you know who Alpha X Alpha is?
It sounds familiar.
He was super big on Vine. He's making a comeback. He's cool at RDC and all that. Like, he was up on the stage with them. He was walking past in a Nami wear jacket. And I was like, yo, I'm rocking with the Nami wear. I didn't even see who he was. And he turned around. He started looking at me. I'm like, damn, why this nigga staring at me like this? What the fuck? He was like, the Storm podcast. I was like, damn, nigga, you know me? He stopped. He gave me like a motivational talk. The shit was just so crazy, bro. So I promise you, if you are a creator of color, you gotta go to DreamCon. You gotta go to DreamCon because it will literally just give you such a new perspective on content creation and this nerd content world that we're in, bro. It is such a different experience, bro.
Yeah.
And next year is going to be even better because now we actually know people in the space. Because at the time, I knew a couple people. Shout out to my homies that I knew and, you know, I had brief conversations with, kicked it with a little bit. But now I actually have friends in this content space that I'm going to link up with and actually have a good time with at DreamCon. That's just going to be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, hey, bro, you know, like I said, I think I'm where you were last year. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think, you know what I'm saying? So as it continues, I'm like super excited. You know what I mean? Content creation thing, man, it's a grind.
It's a grind,
It's
man.
a grind.
It's a grind. How frequently do you post?
So I did the math with the talking to one of the homies. I did the math from July of last year to about September. I posted 340 videos.
God damn.
Yeah, I was on the wave of 3 videos a day, every day, no questions asked.
You lit. That's the way to go, though. That's the way to go.
Yeah,
I probably am in around that same ballpark. I do a minimum of 1 every single day. Minimum.
Yeah.
And then some days I'll get up to 4. There are days where I do maybe 1, 2, 3, but like 1 to 4 every single day. Every single day.
All right.
Do you repost your stuff?
Occasionally, if it doesn't do good. I have a bank of stuff that like didn't really get the numbers I think it deserves, so I repost it.
I be on the same shit. I repost the ones that do great too. The ones that slap, you gotta run them back because you know what it can do.
A lot of people didn't see them.
Yeah, because that's the thing about TikTok, right? On TikTok, it literally shows your stuff to your followers, but it'll also show it to other people. So just because you done seen this video once, like my followers have, there's a whole pool of people that ain't never seen this video before. It's completely new to them. So if I post this video and this shit pop off, it's one of them ones. You best believe I'm throwing it in the vault and it's gonna see the light of day again. Some of my biggest videos, like one of my biggest videos was our podcast conversation where we talked about who would win the fight, Toto from JJK or Lemillion from My Hero.
That was actually one of my big videos. I reacted to that.
Exactly. Like, and you actually reacted to the third time I posted it. Like, I posted that video 4 times, and every single time I post it, it gets more views than the last time.
Okay.
So I'm telling you, if you got one of them good ones, take the pride out, bro. Take the pride out. Run it back.
Take the pride out, man. I be like feeling so bad. I'm like, I'm reposting content, you know. But
that's how I used to feel until I had this exact same conversation with another content creator, and they explained it to me like, hey, bro, if you posted this video and 20,000 people watched it and enjoyed it, you're doing a disservice by not showing it to another 20,000 people. You know what I'm saying? This could be somebody's next favorite video, and I'm holding that back because of the way I feel about it. They waiting to find something that they love, and I'm holding them back from getting some shit that, who am I to be like, nah, nigga, you can't see no fire. I'm gonna hold this fire back from you. Nah, you got to give it to him. Man. You got to.
Yeah, I mean, I made so many videos. I could do like 2 new ones, 1 old one, or some shit like that.
That's what I do.
That much in the tuck. I have that much in the tuck. I could do.
I have so much shit in the tuck, bro. So much shit. So it's just like, I try to do like one or 2 old videos a week. And it just kind of give me a break, you know, because sometimes like, damn, like I don't feel like doing nothing, whatever. Boom. And that's what I be doing. So I highly recommend post some of them old ones. And even still, the people who have seen it, I have people who will comment on every single one, even if they've seen it before. They'll be like, damn, they liked it the first time. I still like it. Boom. They'll react with it again. They might comment on it or they might share it again. And I'm like, they still fucking with it? I'm still fucking with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, I might need to tap in. One thing I really plan on doing this year as a creator is so I've written about 3 video essays on YouTube.
Okay.
That's always been like something I'm super like passionate about. I've been watching my friends call me the video essay man because they'll walk in the crib, right? I'll be like in the crib chilling and have like this random retrospective breakdown on why Yu Hakusho is life changing, or like I have some crazy retrospective breaking down the intricacies of Hollow Knight or some crazy stuff.
That's fire.
Like, bro, you walk into my house, I'm watching a video essay. Like I'm obsessed with them, right? So I wrote 3 last year. My goal is to really like lock in with YouTube this year.
I'm on the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do that more. With my personal, like on the podcast YouTube, our podcast YouTube does pretty decent. But my personal YouTube, I want to go a lot harder and be more consistent on that this year. That's one of my biggest goals. Because first off, it's a really big platform and there's a lot of room for growth on there. And it's also just fun as fuck. YouTube is a really fun platform. Like, that's one thing that I tell every content creator. Do what's fun. Like, don't just do some shit because you're like, oh, okay, I feel like this is what's going to make me do this. Like, if I'm enjoying it, y'all better believe y'all going to see me. Like, love my podcast. I do that shit every single week. Haven't missed a week for 4 years. Like, that type of shit. Because I love it. Why would I not do something that I love, you know?
Right.
Why wouldn't I?
It's fun to like sit down and just talk about something you passionate with. Let me ask you a question though. This is a question as a fellow anime content creator.
Right.
Do you sometimes feel like watching stuff is a job?
Yes, but not always. So sometimes I do, right? Because as an anime content creator and as an anime podcaster, every single week when new anime come out, we have certain shows that we review weekly, right?
Right.
And I don't always like those shows. And granted, I'm going to be honest. Like, the listeners know, if I don't like some shit, I'm going to tell y'all niggas. But I'm going to still watch it. So, like, I didn't really enjoy... We watched all of Platinum End. Wasn't really rocking with that. Exactly. It
And you know
after
what?
Metro
It's written
Polyman
by a
died.
GOAT.
It's
It's
written by the
written
same
by a
person who did
GOAT.
Death Note. Yeah. I don't know what happened with that. I don't know. But that was one that I was like, begrudgingly watching. I noticed a hot take. Everybody kills me every time I say it. Mob Psycho was not rocking with it. That shit was boring me. Like, I know. People get, every single time I say it, people be like, you don't fuck with Mob Psycho? It's just not for me.
All right, we're gonna continue, but I have to ask you a question about Mob Psycho because
Okay.
blew my mind.
Okay.
Oh, the question?
Yeah, go for it.
The question. You watched the last season, right?
Yes,
this season.
Indeed.
You didn't feel anything?
No.
You a heartless man. You a heartless man.
I've talked about this with my listeners and my co-hosts, right? I just don't think that Mob is the type of character for me.
Okay.
I do not relate to Mob at all.
At all.
It's to the point where I don't even understand what's supposed, like, because a lot of people find Mob to be one of their most relatable anime characters. For me, that nigga is I have no idea. I don't get it, bro. Bro's an anomaly. Like, and he's an enigma. I don't understand him because I'm like, what's even supposed to be, when he makes his decisions, I be looking at him like, nigga, what is you doing right now? I don't even, like, I don't know. I don't really rock with Mob. I don't feel connected to him. And I don't really feel particularly connected to any main characters in the show. I do really like, what's his name? Dude kind of look like Bakugo.
I can't remember.
Hanazawa, I think, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I rock with him. But other than that, I just don't really relate to none of the characters like that. And like, the fights are cool, but like, I like my animes to have a little bit more than just the fights, which Mob has. I just don't connect to it. That's my problem with Mob.
I think the anime does a really good job. Just like some of the cool shit they do, like they'll mix like multiple mediums. Like I think for season 1, it was like they fought like some type of spirit or something in a gym, and they used like a water glass painting animation to like animate that, like just little cool stuff like
the
that.
Prismatic shit is super dope.
Oh man, I can understand why somebody cannot relate to Mob, right? Because I never grown up like Mob. I'm nothing like him. I guess it's just looking through them eyes, the eyes of like a character like that, and being empathetic.
I feel that, yeah.
I think that's, I mean, for me, for somebody who can agree with you, who doesn't relate to Mob, I can have empathy for people like that.
Facts.
You know?
The empathy is there. Yeah. But I still like I feel empathy, like when Mob be like sad, I'm like, damn, like it do kind of suck. But at the same time, I'm like bro, you're making poor decisions. Like I feel like Mob makes things more complicated than they need to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'll be like, all right, bro, like, well, come on, you're doing a little too much right now. That's how I feel about Mob. But yeah, that was one of the shows where it did start to feel, watching it felt a little bit like a chore. But most of the anime we watch, literally like 90% of it don't feel like a job because I'm watching this anyway. Like Blue Lock, if we weren't podcasting, I'd still be watching every single episode of Blue Lock on Saturday when it came out. You know what I'm saying? Man. My Hero, every single time a new episode, I'm on that. Like, there are ones where it's like, this don't feel like it enhances it even because I'm like, damn, this shit lit. Every once in a while, it'll feel like a job when it's like some shit where I'm like, this ain't really that great, but I'm going to watch it because the listeners want to hear us talk about it. And one of the cool things about content creation is the parts that it feels like a job to watch it gets improved by the fact that I get to go and talk about it afterwards.
Agree.
Like Mob Psycho, I'm not, it's like I was watching it, but I wasn't really rocking with it. But then I get to go talk to my co-host about the episode.
And shit on it.
And I could get to hate on it. I get to get his opinion on why he thinks the shit's fire. I'm like, I'm not really rocking with it. Or I can hear these conversations like you and him have explained why you like Mob. I get that through being a content creator. A regular person, I'm watching this episode. I don't fuck with it. I'll never get that time back. I won't get no enjoyment from that shit.
Enjoyment from it, yeah.
Now I get to actually run through that and talk to people about it. I know every single week when I watch anime, I got niggas I get to talk to every single week, and they want to hear what I gotta say. I want to hear what they gotta say, and we get to have that in-depth conversation.
Right. I'll say, for me, sometimes, for more of my analytical essays, like, all right, I'll give you an example. I don't care. Right now I'm doing you heard the show King and Asar?
Okay, I don't think I heard it.
Right. So it's a show called King and Asara, right? It's a fight in the anime.
Okay.
You feel like it's better than Baki, right? Now, the anime's on Netflix too if you want to watch it.
Okay, I might check that one out. I feel like I heard. I feel like somebody's told me about it, but yeah.
Season 2 is coming out, or season 3, whatever. But I feel like it's better, right? So what I've been doing, I watched both. I recently just rewatched both shows. I'm actually in the middle of watching 90s Baki to now. It's a process, very long process.
Very long process.
I'm doing that, and I'm gonna read both mangas.
That's completely. A lot.
It's a lot.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
You get yourself some homework.
Right. Now, I don't know if I'm doing that to be as efficient as possible, or if I'm doing that because I feel like I need to or whatever, but that point, it kind of feels like a job. I'm watching shows and I have to pay attention and write notes. Okay, this is this and this.
Yeah.
I like this to this. It's kind of like, it kind of takes away from the enjoyment of it. Especially with it happens with video games now too, since I write essays about video games.
Mm-hmm.
That part where you get to turn off your brain,
right,
and enjoy it is not off. It's active,
So what I would say to that is, do you feel like there are also times where that makes it better? Because for me, I kind of because like a lot of episodes, I'll take notes. Or I might watch it twice, like keep it a stack. Like Blue Lock, I'm gonna watch that shit just to watch it the first time,
right.
And then the second time, I'm gonna watch it for a refresher, like, and actually take notes. And I feel like it almost gives me a deeper enjoyment because I'm paying closer attention and I get to like make notes of shit like that,
Mm-hmm. I say recently, in recent memory, that happened with Cyberpunk. I was gonna do an essay on how the comparisons from the game to the show,
and
I was gonna draw like little parallels, like, oh, Sedevistan is this item and this is this item, and look at these little hints from like, oh, the speech bubbles. This is how the speech bubbles look at the show versus, like, I was gonna do that type of video.
Right.
I ended up scrapping it because it's like it kind of felt minute in a way, like,
I see what you're saying a little bit. A lot of people said that the show was just so much better than the game that it's almost uncomparable. That's what my homie said. He said it was like uncomparable is so much better.
Yeah, it kind of felt like a little minute thing to like, oh, draw these type of parallels, whatever. But I was watching it with that active part of my brain that I'm telling you, and it made me enjoy the show so much more because I was paying attention to like so much more, like little details, like, oh, that shotgun is the same shotgun I've used before. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it kind of it gave that show an extra oomph to me.
Right.
So yes, I can't agree with that. It can. Right. I think as of now, as I'm becoming a creator, I digest so much content that sometimes, it's like a muscle that part of your brain get a little
tired,
exhausted.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah, I don't think it happens too often. I think it has happened. But
I can see that. Yeah. I get that refresher though, because like, so my girlfriend, she doesn't watch anime, right? She don't really fuck with anime like that. So whether I like it or not, there's a lot of times at the crib where it's not anime and I just get to watch TV with that lazy part because she likes reality TV. So
my girlfriend does too, bro.
Exactly, so that's kind of my refresher, my palate cleanser, because I'm all day long. That's how I work. I'm editing anime videos. I'm editing a podcast, or I'm editing a TikTok about anime, or I'm watching this, or I'm on live, or I'm this, that. And then I go home and it's like, I'm not going to say it's a no anime zone, but like now we're watching The Bachelorette, and I'm watching it, and I'm just like watching it, but I don't gotta like pay super close attention. I don't gotta take note. Like I get that palate cleanser because it's like, okay, I'm just watching Big Brother right now. Like, I'm just watching whatever we're watching that day.
Hey man, count your blessings. Your girlfriend don't make you watch the Zeus Network.
Yeah, no, we don't watch Zeus.
Yeah, count your blessings, man.
I ain't gonna lie. Some of her shit go crazy though. Some of her shows be going
the
crazy.
Zeus Network, man. I be like, why am I watching this? But then at the same token, I'm like, invest it.
That's how I feel about her shit. Like every single time she turn on some new shit, I be watching like, damn, I do not really care about that. By the end of the season, I be like, hey, what the fuck going on? This shit's starting to hit a little bit.
I'll give you a crazy example when we get back to the anime talk. My girlfriend, she watches like Housewives, right? Housewives of Potomac. And I'm just like very annoyed. I'm watching this show and I'm like, granted, we've been together for like 3 years. So I've been watching 3 years of this. Right. And I'm super annoyed. I'm like, it's so stupid, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, just making little comments. My girlfriend finally says, why are you so upset? And I'm like, because she doing this. This is stupid. Why is she doing this? And this. And I'm breaking it down. I'm like, I catch myself. I'm like, hold up. I'm annoyed, but I know the whole lore of this whole show.
I've digested all of it, and I have it all locked in. I be on the same shit, bro. I be on the same shit.
Sick, bro. I'm like, why do I know this? First of all, I hate this show, but I know so much about it. And I'm irritated watching this show because I know so much about it.
Yep. That's how I feel about The Bachelorette. I do not care about The Bachelorette, but I'll be like, now she know good and well she don't like him, but she going on a date with him when she should be out there with him, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, damn, I'm really into this shit. Like, I'm really invested. That shit, yeah, it's different. Like, I don't know why. I think it's because I'm used to watching TV and like paying so close attention that I actually start absorbing the shit, and I actually be like I be piecing it together like it's anime damn near. Yeah. I'd be like, okay, well, it would make sense if this happened and then this, that. So yeah, no, but having a girlfriend gives me that like that palate cleanse as an anime content creator, because we don't watch anime together because we have watched small shit. She doesn't really finish it, but like we've started Erased, which she kind of enjoys. She doesn't really like fighting and shit. So
did you make her watch Promised Neverland season 1?
She would not like that. I thought about it. I was trying to decide what to watch with her, right? And so I've showed her a lot of different anime. I'm not gonna lie, I fumbled a couple times, but Erased is the one that she likes most. I don't think she would like Promised Neverland because she doesn't really like dark shit. You know, well, granted, Erased does get dark.
Yeah, very dark.
But like, there's so much beauty in it that it's a good show, and she was able to rock with that. I made the mistake. I know she doesn't like action and shit, so I was like, okay, what's a non-action show that I think she would like? She doesn't really like action. She likes cooking. Okay, I'll show her Food Wars.
Oh my god!
But I had forgotten.
That is a nasty little.
I forgot what Food Wars was like. So we was watching the first episode, and then the lady come into the restaurant. She like cook me this or whatever, like the potato or ham or some shit like that. And he was like, okay. And then clothes start coming off and the tentacles and I'm like, I'm just like, fuck, bro. Like, what am I doing? She looking like, this what you be watching? I'm like, nah, this ain't. It's just, I forgot, like, shit was awkward. That shit was awkward.
I made my girlfriend, well, I didn't make my girlfriend. I suggested my girlfriend should watch Promised Neverland with me because I know she likes, like, suspense and thriller and blah, blah, blah. And I said, if the first episode gets her hooked, we'll go.
Right.
So she watches the first episode. She's like, I'm confused. Why are these little kids by themselves? Or blah, blah, blah. And then at the end, I mean, I'm not going to spoil it. Fuck, I don't care. At the end, you know what happens, right?
We know what happens, yeah.
So you know what happens. She's hooked. Boom. I said, yes.
Got
score. Death Note, she kind of did, but I think the show's too long. That's another thing, too. Actually, you know what? This is the segment where we teach y'all how to get y'all girlfriends to watch anime.
Facts, bro. Shit, I need this to an extent. I didn't got her to watch some things, but I ain't got her to finish nothing yet.
Yeah, I got her to finish Promised Neverland. Now it's funny. It's funny because she kept asking me about season 2. She's like,
there is no
like,
season 2.
bro. She'll randomly ask me. She was like, "Babe, what happened to that show we watched with the kids?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, and the season not that good." She's like, "Really? Can we watch it?" I was like,
Nah. There is no season 2. Promise Neverland is a 1-season show as far as I'm concerned.
You could a good way is movies, anime movies.
Yeah, so here's the thing about my girlfriend, right? So her main complaint about TV, the reason she likes reality TV is because she doesn't like using her brain when she watches TV. She's like, I have to use my brain the entire day. She works at a school, like all that. So she's like, I use my brain the entire day. When I come home, I don't want to have to think. And the main thing about anime that makes it appealing is that you kind of do have to think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And the mindless stuff you're not gonna watch,
like the mindless animes.
Yeah.
I can't recommend her no mindless anime because I don't watch no mindless anime.
I don't think the stuff that is quote unquote mindless she would enjoy if she don't like action. You know, like the mindless action stuff, or like panty and stocking, or like what's like just straight balls to a wall, like Promare or Kill and Kill, like stuff like that, which is like predominantly like just action. Like, I don't even think.
Right, she don't rock with action like that, so it's tough. But I think Erased was a good one. She doesn't really rock with sports, but I think the next one that I might try is maybe on some more like slice of life where you don't have to pay that close attention. Maybe on some like My Dress Up Darling, or like, you know, on some like more chill.
Try making her watch Your Name and, you know, Silent Voice.
I haven't watched those yet, but I've heard good things about them, and that might be the one to
My girlfriend cried watching Your Silent Voice. She teared up.
Okay, I might need to show her that one though. And then I think another problem is that I've watched them before. I think it might work better if we watch something that neither of us have watched, you know? Because I've watched it before, to an extent, I'll be kind of putting my expectations on her a little bit. I'll be like, damn, I hope she like this. Or, wait, hey, make sure you're watching this part, you know? So I feel like if we watch something that neither of us have watched, it'll feel a little bit more unbiased for her, you know? Yeah.
No, I could definitely agree with that. All right, got another question.
Okay, what's up?
Guilty pleasure anime of the year.
Guilty pleasure anime of the year. For me, it probably would have been My Dress Up Darling. That shit was fire. That shit was a good ass guilty pleasure anime. Cause like that's not one that I would really put most of my homies onto. That's some shit that I just kind of watch, you know? I'm not gonna put people, I mean, I'll put some people onto it, but that's not where I'm gonna be like, everybody should be watching this. That's on some like more chill. I'm gonna just be at the crib like, let me just turn this on real quick. Let me watch a little bit of that. What's your guilty pleasure anime of the year?
I just watched it recently. So usually if you follow me, right, you know I have an amazing hate for the I can do everything. I'm cool. You really think I'm dumb, but I'm really amazing at everything I do character.
I know what you mean.
Right? So I was watching I was on Crunchyroll and I was like, I'm gonna watch something random, right? And I think I probably seen like one of those TikTok slideshows or something, and I seen the name of this show. So I said, okay, I'm gonna watch the show. I'm scrolling that day. I see the show. I said, I'm gonna knock this out. 12 episodes, whatever.
I already know what you're gonna say.
You think I know what it is?
I think I know, because that shit was kind of my guilty pleasure anime too.
I'm watching it. I'm like, oh man, it's that character. But I can't stop watching it.
Let me go ahead and guess.
Okay, go ahead, shoot.
Is it Jobless Reincarnation?
No, it's not Jobless Reincarnation.
Okay, because that was my shit.
It's not Jobless Reincarnation. Tamagotchi game.
Oh my god, that shit was so fire. Tomodachi game was my shit, bro. That shit, and I was so mad it was only 12 episodes. Tomodachi game was so heat. Cause it's like, you watch Squid Games?
It's like Squid Games, yeah.
It was like anime Squid Games, but turn all the sliders up to 100. Like, just the action and suspense was so much deeper than Squid Games for me personally. That shit was fire, bro.
I mean, you know, the thing was the people didn't die. That was my biggest beef
That's
with
true.
the show.
They didn't die.
So that, like the stakes, but I also kind of like how they angled it to money as the stake. You know, crushing debt as the stake. You know what I mean? Versus like death. Because I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of funny. I watched Alice in Borderland.
I haven't watched that one. I need to watch that.
Right, and then I watched Tamagotchi Game. Right, so it was like boom, boom, and I was like, yeah, I'm kind of happy this isn't a death game because I've already watched 20 hours of death games.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean, for me, I can appreciate it more, but that character archetype I initially hate. So I thought I was gonna hate the show, but I ended up really liking it.
The suspense and like those, like, I don't even know, like those just random moments that happen that you're just not expecting are so great, bro. Like in Tomodachi Game. But yeah, one of my biggest issues with the show is not the death, but like so the issue isn't that they're not dying, but because they're not dying, they kind of have too much room for redemption.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Buddy, I'm not gonna say, but homie who got his redemption and like,
yeah,
I don't think that was necessary. I would have actually liked it if it was just up for him and then you know we didn't have to worry about him anymore. But like, I like this character after they redeemed him, but I also just feel like it was a little cheap redeeming him because I wouldn't trust him after that.
Yeah, and they kind of alluded in the show. They kind of like knew the audience would feel that way, so they kind of like played on that a lot.
Yeah, they did. They did. Because bro trusted him for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great show. Tomodachi Game. I was so mad that was only 12.
Hopefully we get a season 2.
I need a season 2 for that one because that shit was
hitting. Or you know you could just read it. I ain't really yet, but
look, if we don't get a season 2, I might so here's my rule for manga, right? I'll read it if one, I finished the series already. Like I'll read it after I've seen it, or if it's never gonna get animated. Then I'll read it. However, I've been wrong about that shit before, bro. Cause like you watch Tower of God?
Tower of God, yep.
That shit was so fire. And so much time went on and there were no announcements. We not getting nothing new. Whatever. Like there was just nothing. Radio silence. And I was like, because it's a webtoon, blah, 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 we probably just not gonna get a season 2. So I started reading that shit. And that shit, boy, that shit heat. Oh my God, that shit fire. And then they was like, season 2 coming out, and I was like, damn.
Hey, one of us.
I was one of us. I'm one of y'all now.
You're one of us now.
I was like, fuck.
Okay, as somebody who's read it, though, and watching it, season 1, don't you feel like they missed so much stuff?
They do
so much.
They did miss a lot of stuff. I can't lie. They did miss. It still hit really hard in the anime. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Granted, the art was also better in the anime.
Way better.
Because if once you get further in the manga, it's cool because you get to see the artist get better as an artist. Because he actually because that shit was trash at first. That art looked like I drew it. And then as time went on, it started to get good. But I was like, damn, this art way better in the anime. But yeah, they did miss out on a lot of things. And I am really, really looking forward to season 2 of this anime. Because Tower of God was one of my favorite anime of that year, of 2020.
I don't even remember what else came out that year.
JJK?
Oh, well, that probably was it.
Honestly, I think I like Tower of God more than I like JJK. Because Tower of God feels really Hunter x Hunter-y to me.
Yeah.
And that's my favorite anime of all time. So
I just feel like in Tower of God, right after reading it, and I'm not going to spoil that, but in the manhwa, they made Bomb. They emphasized why he was important and how he's strong. I think the anime didn't do a good enough job of showing why he's like that. As I forgot the term that they are unusual. What the fuck is it called?
Irregular.
Irregular. Yeah. Why he's so good as an irregular.
Yeah, like, that's true.
It's remember the example, and if you've seen the show, that test where they fighting the dude underground and they're running around, and the dude does the move on bomb, right? In the anime, they don't show him doing the move 10 seconds later.
Yeah. Like there were a lot of those moments where I was like, damn, like
yeah,
y'all didn't show us that. That's how I felt about God of High School too. Do you read God of High School?
I didn't read God of High School. I read a little bit of it. I watched the show. My friends was very amped on it. Show looked amazing, but I heard they did a lot of skipping and stuff, so I'm gonna eventually go back.
You need to read it because the show was good, right? However, they fit 177 chapters into 12 episodes. So once you get to like episode 4 or 5, you're confused as shit because they missed out on so much. 177 chapters in 12 episodes. Like, just think about that.
That's insane. No, that's insane.
Like, even on episode 1 of the anime is like chapter 4. So there's a beef. Like, the main character is beefing with one of the test people, and he like, yo, we need to fight again. And I'm like, the fuck this nigga mad about?
When y'all fight?
Yeah, I'm like fuck this nigga mad about? I don't even understand what happened there. There's so many of those moments where it's like, I don't get why it's so lit. So when you read the webtoon, dude, I'm telling you, that shit was one of the best things I done read. And the art is fantastic, bro. Because it's a webtoon, so it's in color. Right. So you get the color, you get the art. That shit is fantastic. I read anybody who liked God of High School or even didn't like God of High School.
Definitely read it.
Go read it because it's way better. So much better. That's one of the best things I've read.
You know, I've been reading manga-wise, Solo Leveling.
Dude, that's one that I need to go ahead. I know the anime is coming out. Yeah. My homeboy put me onto it. He let me borrow his like physical, and I read a little bit of it, but I'm gonna wait till the anime come out.
That's great.
Like, but I heard there's another one is shit. What's the other one?
It's like SS tier hunter or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. What's it called? There's another one that I just started. I can't remember what it is. Fuck. What's that shit called? I don't know. And then Death Paradise is another one that is coming out that people been saying is lit.
All right.
Have you seen that?
No, I'm not.
Or not Death. I think Hell's Paradise. Hell's Paradise.
Hell, I was about to ask you, what are you excited for? Because Hell's Paradise is on my list.
I don't know anything about it really.
Good.
I like going into shit when the less I know, the better.
Don't.
Yeah.
It's one of those shows.
It's gonna be one of them ones?
It's gonna be one of them.
What are you most excited for in 2023?
Let me see it. Because it's a few things. Hell's Paradise, we get more JJK.
Man, I'm hyped for that JJK.
Let me see. Let me open up the list if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, go for it. Other things are Konosuba's coming back.
Konosuba's you know what? I haven't watched Konosuba.
Really?
Yes, I know.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you to watch it because it's hilarious. I have laughed some of the hardest times I've ever laughed in my life watching that shit.
Okay, all right. I got the list open. Vinland Saga.
Can't wait. Episode 1 of season 2 came out. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm gonna watch it. Probably
I'm
tonight.
a little bit afraid of how that show's gonna do, but I won't say why.
You read it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tokyo Revengers. I like that show.
I did not like season 1 that much, but people say that season 2, this is when it's gonna be lit.
Yeah,
that's what people are saying.
The new Trigun remake they're doing.
Oh yeah, I need to watch that too before we record the podcast on Friday. I'm probably gonna watch that tonight or tomorrow.
Let me see. I said JJK.
Can't wait. I cannot wait.
We are getting Undead Unlock anime. Have you heard of that?
I don't even know what that is.
It's a new Shonen Jump manga. It's pretty fire.
Okay.
I don't really want to spoil the plot, but it's basically about a dude who's dead and a girl who can heal people, and they're fighting shit.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
Sounds alright.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Nice little.
Wait,
action
what's it called
shonen.
again?
Undead Unlock.
Undead Unlock. Okay, because I read something that sounded a little similar to that, but that's not it. I can't remember what it was called, but
We getting Ranking the Kings.
that shit fire.
Mm-hmm.
That shit fire
And
right there.
we're getting Demon Slayer. Now, I finally found the one that I'm super hyped about.
What's that?
It's called Marshall.
Marshall.
Marshall,
The Mashal, right?
Marshall. Yeah, Marshall.
Mashal, I think something like that. Yeah.
I can never pronounce it.
Yeah, I've never heard anybody say it out loud, so you might be right.
It's Harry Potter
Yeah.
if he lift weights.
I started reading it. Last year. I read probably like the first 5 chapters, and that shit was cool.
Super geeked over.
That shit was real cool, bro.
Crazy show.
It was kind of like it was a little Black Clovery, a little Harry Pottery,
a little Harry Potter, little Black Clover.
Yeah, like a little One Punch Man.
You know, it has the gag elements, but you know, like
it was funny but still cool. Yeah, I'm hyped for that one. I read the first 5 chapters of that probably like 2020, 2021, and that shit was hitting.
It's definitely going to be a banger. I'm super excited for people to check it out.
That shit was smacking. Excited. I like that.
Super excited. All right, what is your anime of the year?
So, this question I've talked about a couple different times. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've given different answers
every time
because the more I think about it, my answer be changing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want. So, okay, wait. Are you asking my new anime of the year or just my anime of the year?
The anime of the year.
Anime of the year.
Oh, whatever you watched this year that you knew.
I'm going anime of the year. I think the best answer I can give is probably My Hero Academia season 6.
Okay.
Because that shit is super solid. Now, on a very, very close second, because this shit really surprised me, bro. I wasn't expecting it to be as lit as it was.
Mm-hmm.
Blue Lock. Blue Lock.
That's not crazy.
Yeah, Blue Lock, bro.
That's not crazy. I'm not upset at that answer.
And Ranking the Kings is on that list too.
Ranking the Kings?
Actually, no, that was last year. So no. Ranking the Kings.
Didn't they have a season this year?
It was. No? It came out December of last year.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's between those two for me.
All right.
What's yours?
Mine's. I think people will be surprised. My favorite show of this year. I never thought this would come out of my mouth. Bleach.
Bro. You know what? I forgot about Bleach when I was just saying that. Bleach is probably the right answer there. Dude, Bleach spoilers coming for anybody who... But Old Man Yamamoto, that was one of the best episodes of anime I have ever seen.
Why did they have to animate that like that,
bro?
Those 15, 30 seconds of Sakura was absolutely insane.
Bro.
I was almost upset. So I didn't watch the episode, right? I missed it. You know, I was at work, bro. I was at work. I was working on a project. I seen the clip on Twitter. Instantly jumped into that episode.
Had no choice, bro. You had no choice.
I stopped what I was doing. I said, hold up.
Bruh. It's so different, bro.
Nah, bro.
It's so bro. When his sword hit the ground, and that's just it. Boom. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God.
Nah, crazy. And this the thing is, right, bro? All right. I don't know if this is recency bias. I'm gonna be honest. I've always ranked the big 3 like this for me: Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece is in the middle. And this is why. Okay. One Piece has to finish. Both of the big 3 are done. One Piece has to finish.
Right.
And One Piece could be at top, be at the middle, or be at bottom. So right now it's kind of like in its own category.
I see what you're saying. Right.
Right? Until it finishes. And then it'll be ranked.
Okay.
Right? because if it sticks to landing, it's the best fiction ever written.
I haven't gotten far enough in One Piece to really give a true opinion on it. I'm on Skype. I'm on Skype.
Okay, yeah, it's not. I get it. I'm just speaking of somebody who is actively reading it, and blah say blah. Right now, it's getting crunchy.
Okay.
It could be up here.
Okay.
Could be over Naruto.
Okay.
I always rank them, but I am the guy. My degree was like in visual arts, right?
Mm-hmm.
I am the guy who's obsessed with character design. And the one thing Kubo does better than both of the gentlemen, better than Oda, and better, I forgot, Kishimoto.
Kishimoto, yeah.
Is draw characters.
Fam. The character design in Bleach, bro, it's some of the best character design that I've seen. But when you look at how all the captains, right, they're so uniform and so individualized.
You could throw it
at the same time
and know who they are.
Exactly. Like they all have but like they all wear very similar shit.
A black cloak with a white sash over it. That's all they wear.
You can look at each one, look at the silhouette, and you can tell me, oh shit, that's Byakuya. Oh shit, that's yeah, like instantly just by looking.
Oh, that's Unohana. That's yeah. No, it's this season.
This season has been crazy. Let me ask you a question though. This is gonna be a tough one, all right? When it comes down to Yamamoto's Bankai styles, north, south, east, or west, which one was the best?
I don't know, bro. Because something about bringing your past homies back to life to murk you is disgusting.
Different, bro. Sent chills down my spine, bro.
But something about putting the compressed heat of the sun at the tip of your sword.
It's crazy. They talk about, damn, my lips chapped, because he just had the whole Soul Society hot and dry. They like, oh shit, need some chapstick. Lips is just cracking. And they hundreds of miles away.
No, I think it might be that. I think it might. Was that North?
I think that's North. That's North.
That's North. Oh my, yeah, North is crazy, bro. North, bro. The tip of your sword has the compressed heat of the sun.
Craziness, bro. Craziness. I think I gotta go with South though. I gotta say South because of how grimy it was, bro.
Yeah, it's grimy.
Like that shit was damn near. Like it kind of reminded me of in Hunter x Hunter. When we knew Netero was dead wrong for blowing up that bomb when the king was done fighting. And we was like, he the hero, but he being kind of grimy right now. That's how I felt, because I'm like, Yamamoto, he that nigga, but he said, hey, all these niggas out of murked, we bringing them back.
We bringing them back. We packing you out.
Different.
We packing them out, and they gonna pack you out.
Different.
I think, oh man, nah, Bleach was crazy. We can talk about Bleach for like forever, bro. The Unohana fight with Kenpachi.
That shit was so crazy, bro. That shit, look, let me tell you why that was hard for me to watch, right? I'm watching it at night, and my girl is asleep. And they going so crazy, nigga, I want to get out the bed and start screaming. Like, I'm watching it like, damn, like, I'm trying to turn up. But I'm like, I'm not trying to wake my girl up. But that fight was absolutely nuts.
When she released the Bankai, I yelped.
That's what I was trying not to. I was like, damn, like, oh,
bro, she said, Miyazazuke. The blood stars. I said, oh my, bro. And I read that before. I read it, but something about seeing it, like just.
It was so beautiful.
Bro.
The Bankais in that show are so beautiful, bro.
Bro, he's a genius, bro. Kubo, the Fullbringer arc was so bad to me, bro. I hate the Fullbringer arc.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't like it. I mean, I didn't dislike it as much as everybody else did.
I think it just, you can't have the high of Aizen.
That's true too.
Can't have the high. I'm you know, I'm of the belief, and a lot of people kill me for this take. I'm of the belief that Aizen went out sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Aizen would have been the best villain of all time
I think he
if he
still
had a
is.
better, well, you haven't watched Berserk, but check out this guy named Griffin when you get there.
I didn't heard of him. I heard
When
of
you
him.
heard it, when you heard of Griffin, when you hear about Griffin,
I don't know, but Aizen, he kind of different. Cause look, Aizen's still a problem.
yeah. I mean, so was Griffin. I mean, I'm just saying.
Okay, I ain't seen enough, but
Yeah, you ain't seen Berserk, man. You ain't read Berserk. All I'm saying is,
Aizen ain't even reached Bankai. We ain't even seen his Bankai, bro. Oh well, yeah. I've heard already, but we ain't even seen no Bankai. Like, I'm just saying, bro. Aizen is different,
man. Aizen cold. I just feel like the way he lost is so ass, man. So ass.
I could see that.
I feel like that was one of Kubo's biggest retcons, bro. You know, was it Musai? Oh my god, I'm not Japanese. I'm sorry. Mugetsu, Zegana Ticho, shit.
Yeah,
that form is crazy.
It was crazy.
That shit looks so.
He was swagged out.
That goes back to what's his strength.
Yeah.
Character design.
The blade being fused to his hand was different.
That goes back to his strength. That's all I'm saying. So, this season was so good. I want more Bleach lore. Like, I want to see an OVA of the first Court Guard squad.
Yeah,
I want to see them in action.
That's facts. I would love to see that. I would love to see more of that. I want to see more of Squad Zero. I was rocking with Squad Zero. Squad Zero was lit as fuck.
Backstories of Squad Zero would be cool. There's like 3 Bleach light novels. I would love for them to get animated. I just want more content with the love. Because that's the thing. In retrospect, even go back and think about the old show. They didn't really do Bleach justice.
So I used to be a Bleach hater, right? I just caught up on Bleach this year. I started Bleach in like 2019, watched like the first 9-10 episodes, and I was like, this shit is ass. This show is terrible. And then 1,000 Year Blood War arc coming out, and I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna watch this shit. So I powered through, got to the Soul Society arc, and I was like, oh, so this why people say.
That's why people like it.
This why people say this shit good. The Soul Society arc, then Waco Mundo, Aizen, and I'm like, oh, this shit is actually fire. And then we get to 1,000 Year Blood War, and I'm like, oh, this is some different shit. This is why, like, Bleach might fuck around and be in my top 5 now. Like, Bleach is fire. But I gotta ask you, right? What is your favorite Bankai?
My favorite Bankai.
It's a lot to choose from, and they all cool in their own way.
My favorite Bankai. I don't know. I think. Okay, let me see. It might be Mizuzuki, man. It might be Unohana's, bruh. It's so crazy about fighting in the pool of blood.
That shit is different,
enemies, bro.
That shit is different.
And not only is she, it's something cool about like even the dude from Jujutsu Kaisen. I can't remember his name right now. The brothers that fight with blood. It's something cool about fighting with blood.
Oh yeah, fighting with. Oh, you're talking about the Wing King dude, whatever his name. Yeah.
It's something cool about having blood and like using it to stab people. And
like Power from JJ from
like Power
Chainsaw Man. Yeah.
Like it's something so tough about that. So that might be one of them.
I don't know, bro. God. That Senbon Zakura Kageyoshi. Come on, man. Byakuya. That shit is so raw. When he dropped the sword into the ground, and it just turned into the cherry blossoms and just light you up. That shit is crazy to me.
Every little blade every little sword is a blade.
You just getting cut up to all hell, bro.
Yeah, that's up there. I want to say, the thing is, I'm trying to think of ones that are in the anime that have not been spoiled.
Oh, no spoil. Okay, true.
Because it is one I want to say, but I can't say.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right.
But Mizuzuki is up there. Unohana is so cold. The fact she was killing him and bringing him back to life all in.
Different. That's different. That's like the most disrespectful and respectful shit at the same time.
Mm-hmm. I was almost mad that fight ended. I'm not gonna lie.
I was mad the fight ended. I was like, damn, I could have watched another 2 episodes of this.
Yeah, nah, just them wrecking.
Yeah, they just scrapping, bro. I could have watched more than that.
I keep blacking out. I'm getting. I was like, oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Yeah,
Turn
Bleach,
it up,
yeah.
bro.
Bleach did it for me. Blue Lock was number 2. I have been the heaviest Chainsaw Man advocate for the last 2 years. Unfortunately, Chainsaw Man is not where it needs to be for me to hype it the way I need to hype it.
That was my biggest problem with Chainsaw Man, was it got so much hype, and I watched the anime, and I enjoyed it a lot. I think it was I think it was probably like an 8. It was like an 8 to me. But people were hyping it up saying that shit was an 11. So I was waiting to be blown away. But every single week, Chainsaw Man wasn't even my favorite episode that was coming out. It was 1,000 Year Blood War Arc or Blue Lock.
Yeah.
So while it was good, I just thought it got overhyped.
I say this. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I got 2 more. JoJo Bizarre Adventure Season 6.
I'm not a JoJo fan. Not a JoJo fan.
I heard. I was gonna make a video on that comment you made.
Which one? I didn't make a couple JoJo comments.
I can't remember. It was a while ago, but I just let you have it because we're friends. And Classroom of the Elite Season 2.
I want to watch that. I have one of my podcast listeners. Shout out to Jordan. Keeps telling me to watch that shit. I haven't got around to it, but I need to watch that.
Oh, and Cyberpunk. Fuck.
Cyberpunk was heat.
Cyberpunk.
I didn't like the. What did you think about the ending? Because I didn't like the ending of Cyberpunk. It felt too rushed.
I felt like it. If in terms of rushed, yes, it definitely felt rushed.
Yeah,
definitely felt rushed. In terms of having to end because it can't affect the story you play in the game, then I get it because you can't. David can't be this super legend,
right?
And you play the game and never hear the nigga.
Right. I could see that.
You know what I'm saying? Like he can't impact the world, which we wanted him to do.
Right.
He's our MC. We want him to impact the world. He can't technically do that.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And then you play the game and he's just like,
Right.
So
that's true. I've never played the game. But I just felt like the end, the way they were building him up and giving him all that character development. Once he got to the what was the final suit that he put on, or I can't remember what it was called.
Skeleton thing.
Yeah, once he put that on, the story was just way too fast and way too like the pacing of that last episode was just not good. But up until that point, I was loving it.
Trigger has a habit of writing stories like that.
Really? Okay. Yeah, I don't have any history with that, but it just the ending, I was just like, damn, like it was nearly perfect until that point. And then at the very end, I was like, damn, I wish they would have ended it a little bit differently.
Yeah, it's so much bangers came up because Spy X Family on there for me too, but
I didn't like the second half of season 1 as much as I liked the first half of season 1. Though.
Yeah,
second half of season, it was still really good, but I like the first half more.
Yeah, I mean, I love it's too many bangers. Like I was, like I said, I kind of overwhelmed this season with stuff to watch, which is not a problem.
Honestly, it's a huge positive. Makes my podcast more fun because we got more shit to talk about. So much
to talk about,
Right. We done had 4-hour episodes this whole anime season.
Right.
Episodes been damn near 4 hours.
Yeah, I mean that's a good thing, man.
Fact.
Like I've been overwhelmed, and it's gonna continue to happen because we have more bangers coming out. So
so many bangers coming out. Because now we're gonna be talking about Vinland Saga. We still got My Hero to talk about. We still got Blue Lock, Tokyo Revengers, which hopefully is turned. I don't know, but I just don't like Takamichi. But who knows? Jobless Reincarnation is coming back. Well, I think that comes out February, March, something like that. I don't know. Spring.
Sure.
Can't wait for that. Season 1 of that was fire.
Oh, Mushoku Tensei.
Yeah, Mushoku Tensei.
Yeah.
That shit is fire to me.
I like that show.
But the problem with Isekai, for me, a lot of Isekai get trashed season 2. So I'm hoping that they can keep that energy up.
This is the isekai of isekais, though.
I'm hoping.
That's what they say. That's what the manga readers say. It's the isekais.
That's what I'm hoping. Cause like, here's the thing about isekai, right? One of the best things about isekai is kind of seeing the character figure out the new world and kind of like get a grasp of the world.
Yeah.
And then in season 2, they have a strong grasp of the world, and then it's just like, okay, nigga, then why am I here?
Yeah.
So they gotta like give us a reason to actually care, and I feel like they've done that. Like in the first season, they set us up to have a real reason to keep caring, because his family's still split up. He's still got to find his family. His cousin dipped off on him now. He's literally all by himself.
Right.
Because his superb homie's gone. Like, there's so many things.
So, and you know, just like, there's like so much background information of the world we don't know. And that's the power of isekai. Isekai, we are the main character. Because all the stuff they don't know, we don't know.
Yup.
So it's like we're discovering the politics of the world. It was one anime I was watching. I can't remember the name of it. I'm sorry. It was an isekai. But instead of the guy coming and being like some super badass, he was like an accountant. Right?
Oh, I think I can't remember what it's called, but I think I know what you're talking about.
He comes to the isekai world and he uses his power, his knowledge of like politics, accounting, funds, and he kind of like not conquers, but he kind of like, you know, does the whole isekai come up
right
with his brain
off accounting.
Like
that's kind of lit. I kind of like that.
Bro, it's crazy. I was like, there's some action in there, obviously.
Right.
But he used a lot of like, you know, understand how like the free market works and
that's
supply and demand and all that type of shit.
I know what I don't know if you're talking about this same one, but there's a similar anime. It's World's Greatest Assassin gets reincarnated as an aristocrat.
No, I've seen that.
Yeah, because he does the same thing where he like starts up a whole business and like starts the makeup industry. And I was like, oh, this nigga going crazy.
Yeah, I've seen that. I like that show, actually.
I like that show too.
That show is really good, surprisingly. But now this one, it's way less action than that.
Okay. See, I actually like watching anime with a little less action, a little more story. I like those.
Yeah. This one, I can't. When I find it's on my watch list on Crunchyroll, I'll give it a look. I send it to you. But that one, I was like, wow, this is really good.
Damn, I gotta peep that.
Yeah, I think you'll enjoy it, especially if you Oh shit. A sleeper that I'm super excited about. The Nier Automata anime.
Never heard of it.
So Nier Automata is a video game. Right? You've probably seen the character before. B2, she has like white hair. She's like in a tutu kind of.
I'm gonna Google her. Let's see.
Yeah, B2. You've probably seen her before.
B2 character.
Nier, yeah.
Oh yeah. I've seen her
before,
at
right?
multiple anime conventions and shit like that. Yeah, I've seen her a bunch of times.
So she is getting an anime. The story is getting animated.
Okay.
Nier is one of those. I'm trying to think of the video game to compare it to. Kojima type of games, like
I haven't played that either.
Like any type of like Metal Gear Solid.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So it has that type of storyline. Nier has that type of storyline. Those very or like Death Stranding.
Right.
Those very like in the front it's this, but in the back it's so many layers.
Right.
Right. And I think this anime is gonna be amazing. And it is being animated by A1 Pictures, the people who do the lovely all our favorite sports animes. So
fire. Cause I love me a sports anime. Sports anime give me turn. I'm a Haikyuu fan for real.
Yeah. It's gonna be pretty good.
That's good. Fire. Hey, I wanted to ask you, so do you stream at all?
So how I even got to this content creation shit, bro, I was streaming.
Okay, word.
I started streaming video games, built my little group, my little friend group on Twitch and et cetera. And I told myself I enjoy streaming, but I want to build an audience first, right? And I feel like streaming does not build you an audience like content creation does. You know what I'm saying?
I
If
agree.
I was to like, for example, you have an audience on TikTok that you can bring to your stream.
Yeah.
Imagine if you didn't have that and you was just streaming on Twitch.
So that was my main problem when I started streaming was I was just kind of streaming and that was it, you know? Streaming for like where I am right now, you know, because I'm a small streamer. I'm not Kai Cenat. I'm not a big streamer. So it's kind of like extra, you know? Like for me, the podcast is like the entree for my fan base. And then streaming just kind of like dessert afterwards. It's like, oh, okay, he's also streaming. Let me tune in and see what's good. It is hard to create a fan base just off of streaming.
Just off streaming. And you know, surprisingly, a lot of people do it.
I've seen a lot of people do it.
Who just strictly stream and like post clips on Twitter.
That is where you really. So for me, I stream because streaming is really fun. I do it mainly because it's fun. But one of the main reasons I stream is because it gives me so much content to post.
Yeah.
If I do hour and a half, 2 hour stream, bro, I can get.
What's up? It's calm. Man, you just feel hot. My bad.
No, it's all good. It's all good. No, but if I do a stream, I can get 5, maybe even 10 pieces of content off of that. So that's the main reason I stream. So I can stream, take that, clip it up. Like even before we were doing the interview on my other tab, I got Premiere Pro open with my stream from yesterday, my tier list Tuesday, and just clip the hell out of it, throw those up. Boom, that's instant content. Everything is content, bro.
Everything can be content, bro.
Yeah, I love taking long form content and cut that to some short form. My podcast, 3 hours every single week. Boom. Take them.
How many clips you get from the pod?
It really depends on the episode, but like a minimum of like 10 an episode.
God, that's a lot of clips, brother.
If you look at my podcast Instagram, I mean my TikTok, it's mainly podcast clips.
Yeah,
that's the main thing.
That's crazy. No, I peeped.
Yeah, because those podcast clips go and like I make other stuff, and there was a point in time where my main stuff I was doing was like using TikTok sounds and like anime, like putting them in the anime style, blah blah blah, and that was working really well. But that wasn't helping move my podcast at all, because that's what my passion is podcasting. So I was like, okay, let me cut back on these, add more clips. And niggas is like, yo, keep going with the clips. Like, the clips are what do the numbers now. So I'm like, yo, I do the podcast, take that, clip the fuck out of it, throw the clips up. People like the clips, and they're like, well, I want to see this whole conversation. Go back to the podcast. Okay. Like, it all works together, bro. Like, being a content creator who does so many, like, the more stuff you do, the better. Because everything connects. If you go to my Twitch, you're like, oh, okay, I'm enjoying the fuck out of this. I seen his clips on TikTok. Boom, let's go to the Twitch. Oh, I see these clips. I'm going to go to YouTube. Oh, I'm at YouTube. Wait a minute. He be on Twitch. Boom, move over there. Like, everybody just, everything is interconnected.
Universe.
Exactly, and that's the beautiful part.
Your little MCU, you know what I'm saying?
And my name, Malcolm Crawford, is literally the Malcolm Crawford. That's the MCU.
Peep, see, I did it on purpose.
That I got the MCU going on. It's perfect, bro. It works so perfect.
Real universe. Yeah, I told myself I was going to start streaming again, but I wanted to build an audience. I don't have a set number yet, but I was just going to say 10, 10, 10, 10K on TikTok, 10K on YouTube, 10K on like another platform. I don't know, and then I'll start streaming again.
I feel that. Yeah, I need to get higher on YouTube. But it all helps move everything around.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It just helps move everything around. And like what I try to tell content creators is, I got a couple content creator homies, and what I tell them is I'm growing my platform around me to where I am what people come for. There are a lot of people who make content around trends. And people are like if you're streaming, they make content off of streaming the hottest game right now or doing the most lit TikTok trend. But what happens is when people follow you, they follow the trend. They don't really care that much about you. So what I'm doing and also what you're doing, it moves a little slower.
Yeah.
because
That's been hurting.
it
It hurts.
hurts. It hurts. But we know in the long run, it's gonna work out so much better
Yeah.
because people genuinely care about us and they genuinely care about what we do. And that's why my podcast listeners will tune into a Twitch stream because I'm on both. That's why if I go do an interview somewhere else, people will tune in because I love my listeners and I interact with them because we're genuine friends. And it's a lot slower of a grind to make those genuine connections. It's not as quick as, wait, I love this game. This is the hottest game right now. I'm gonna follow this dude because he's playing it.
Or, oh, this is a cool clip. I'm gonna react. This is a viral clip. I'm gonna react to it, and then that goes viral.
Exactly. And now people are liking the trend and they just connect you with that. And it's a fast way to blow up. You can blow up fast like that. But I don't feel like it'll last as long or even be as fun or meaningful.
Yeah.
Even if I never blow up, let's say this is as far as I go, is the 60,000 on TikTok or my podcast, what I have, you know what I'm saying? If this is as far as I go, all these connections that I've made are super meaningful.
Right.
Every single listener that I interact with, that I DM with, or I talk in Discord with, or be in my Twitch chat, every single content creator that I have connections with, you and my boys that keeping it 9,000 and all, you know, it's super, super meaningful. And that's the most important thing to me in this content creation world, is having those meaningful connections that are going to last forever. If I never make another episode of the podcast, I still have these connections.
Right. Yeah.
I still love these people.
I agree. I think it kind of hit me when you know, I've been grinding. I've slowed down recently, so it's like 50-50. But I slowed down as of recently. Putting up so much TikToks and stuff. And I noticed my growth started really slowing down. And I feel like the algorithm was punishing me, and I'm like, but you know, I can say that the people that follow me, I see more of the same names over and over again, commenting or liking. Like I click, I'm like, oh, this person last like the last 15 videos, or somebody go into my rabbit hole, and then next thing I know, I have 40 fucking likes of just somebody liking every video, right? And I'm like, oh, this person, them, whoever they are, weren't just engaged with that one video. They're a fan of me now,
right?
Because they went through all my stuff and liked all of it.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people like no spam, and their stuff, but for me, it's like, nah, spam, like, no, get invested in me.
I love that. It's not spam liking. I'm happy that you just enjoy what I'm doing.
Yeah. Because, you know, I mean, I think a video at 45 seconds, 30, you know what I'm saying? You watch 20, 30, 40 videos of mine, you would just watch the whole episode of TV or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to me, I'm like, yeah. So I agree. The climb is a lot slower, but I've been kind of like, I felt like, you know, I grew super fast, right? And I recently, I was growing so fast that I had people around me telling me I'm gonna hit 20K by now, right? From like in 2 months, I got like 7, right?
That's crazy. Yeah, that's fast.
Something like that, right? 7K. I said the last 4 or maybe 6, whatever, closer to 7. The last 4 months have been super slow. I've been gaining 10 here, 10 there, 10 here, 10 there. I had a video kind of like do good recently, so I'm picking up a little bit more, but I'm like, damn, my followers I've really plateaued. I fell off, as the kids will say. But I just know, like, it's not really a big deal. If I just keep grinding and keeping my head down,
it'll come back.
It'll come back, and I'll be up again. You know,
that's the best part about TikTok is every single time I'm down, I know that I'm gonna come back.
But doesn't it hurt though? It
hurts so much, bro.
Oh my God.
It hurts so much, bro. So my goal for 2020, it pisses me off just talk about it. My goal for 2022. So my original goal was to hit 50K by the end of the year, right? I set that goal for myself at DreamCon. I hit 50K by November. So I was like, okay, new goal, 60K by the end of the year. I'm growing, I'm moving, and then boom, time comes.
1 second. Yeah, I got you. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
I bet, it's all good. So I'm growing, I'm moving. Year almost up, and I'm like, I'm right there, bro. For the last week of 2020, bro, every single day I'm going up 2 followers, 10, 15. I'm like, a day. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, why TikTok doing me like this? Tell me
That's
why.
not normal.
Bro, not normal at all. Like, for me, on average, the minimum I get a day is like 50 followers. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, literally, I was posting 6 videos a day just trying to get that shit off. Midnight strikes. It's January 1st, 2023. Bro, I missed 60K by 5 followers. Literally 5 followers, I missed it. I was like, damn, bro. And I literally hit it like 15 minutes later. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna count it. But I'm like, damn, like TikTok just playing. It hurts so much when I'm like, I know my videos is heat. Y'all just not pushing them out like that.
Right.
Yeah.
It crushed me.
That's why you gotta hit that repost though. Cause I'll be like, I know this is a good, cause you've posted enough TikToks by now to know what a good video is. Yeah. And know which ones are gonna go. And if I post it and it doesn't go, and I know this is one of them ones, I'm gonna run it back.
But see, the thing is that's 50-50 because, like, you know, you get in the habit of making the same video, kind of, but switching it up and stuff. Like, I know for me, if I'm making a hot take about something, they're always going to do good. If I give my opinion or recommendation, it's going to do good. I think my appeal, right, is being, and maybe, you know, you watch my content, so this is from, I get a perspective from the outside looking in. I feel like my appeal as a creator is I have a vast array of anime knowledge, but it's in layman's terms, and I'm not really a snob about it. Right? I feel like a lot of people come to my page because it's like, oh, I can get like a very bare bones explanation of why he likes something.
Right.
And it doesn't feel too elitist. But maybe you can explain, why do you enjoy my content?
So I rock with your content. One, what instantly got me into your content was the production quality. Because the production quality is dope as fuck to me. Like, I think it's super cool how you got the background, the green screen. Like, that shit just look cool as hell to me. I love your. I think that was one of the first comments I left on your shit was.
Yeah, you did.
Production quality was nuts. But the reason that I like your content is because you feel, even before we had a conversation before, you feel really relatable. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you say things that my homies would say. Like, you got the knowledge, but you're saying it, like, just kind of like you're saying, layman's terms, you say it in a very friendly, cool way. Like, you're not, like, out here, like, I know more than this guy. I know this and that. It's like, this is how I feel, and I'm going to tell you how I feel. If you like this, you're an NPC. And it's like, damn, okay, like, you just saying it. You know, you just putting your opinion out there. I can agree with it. I cannot agree with it. But you just saying it in a fun way.
Yeah, I think that was, when I first started making content, I was trying to be more of like an analytical type of break it down and stuff. You know, but I think people can appreciate when you weave in a little bit of humanness in it. You know, because I'm gonna be like, if I think something is mid, it's mid.
I'm gonna just tell y'all. I'm gonna keep it a stack. That's why people rock with my content. It's because it's like, I used to do the same thing. We're on the podcast, and I still do it. I'll still get in my analytical bag where I'll be like, man, I don't fuck with this for this reason. But a lot of times I'm just like, bro, I'm gonna give my opinion, and I'm gonna just keep it a stack with y'all. I'm gonna just tell y'all, and look, y'all might disagree, and there'll be 50,000 comments and niggas saying, hey, bro, you wrong as fuck.
That's my favorite. I love those.
Bro,
oh my
love
God.
it. Those are some of my biggest videos are the videos when I was just wrong as hell, bro. I got one video that's been haunting me for the last, like,
which one? Damn
near 6 months now. I made a bad take, and I understand it was a bad take. I understood it was a bad take before I even posted the video, actually.
Right.
We have a series called Who You Got, right? Where it's basically like, we'll name 2 anime characters and be like, who you got, and argue about it. The conversation was Bakugo versus Benimaru from Fire Force.
You know what? It's every video you bring up. I have a bad take. I had a bad take with this one, and people ripped me to shreds. But continue. You picked Bakugo.
I picked Bakugo.
Yep, because I did too.
And they were killing me. They killed me. Bro, that video will not die. It's been 6 months, and every once in a while, it'll just pick up steam again randomly. Cause like people will stitch it with some hate, like how you don't know, blah, and like I've been admitted I was wrong, but people been killing me, bro.
You know what video that haunts me? Fairy Tail is ass.
I think it's ass too.
The Fairy Tail fans. Okay, so I messed up because I said Fairy Tail was ass. And then I made a response video saying why I think Fairy Tail is ass. Those two videos in tandem will always randomly get somebody. So I said, oh, there's no stakes. Natsu has he doesn't have plot armor, he has a plot tank.
I actually think I commented on there agreeing with you. I think I did. Now I think about it.
I did. And oh my god, the fairy. I think when I first posted that video, this is the first time I've seen like fans like stitch. I love it. I love it. Hey guys, I love it.
Me too.
Okay, I love it. Hate me, please, because at the end of the day, bro. It's just cartoons. I can be wrong. It's
exactly,
okay.
Bro. Exactly.
But I had dudes like breaking down, and the funny. This is the funny thing. I had dudes breaking down why I was wrong, and at the end of the day, they still didn't change how I felt about the series.
That's what be killing me. Like, so there are some times where I give my opinion, right, and I'm like, a lot of times I'll be pretty solidified in my opinions, right. If I give a fact or like the who y'all got, right, with the Bakugo and Benimaru, I was wrong. The second you explained to me why I was wrong, I understood why I was wrong. I got it instantly. But when it's my opinion, people be like, this, that, this character is actually cool. And I'm like, well, nigga, I just don't like him. No, like, people literally has stitched my video with whole dissertations about why I should like Sasuke or why blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yo, you can say all this. I just don't like him. There are some people who I went to school with, and they're great people. We're just not friends, though. Like, I don't gotta like everybody. It's just that's just how it goes.
Yeah, you're right. All right, I got to step pretty soon, but let's ask one more question, bro.
All right.
I got one more question for you. That's like I'm interviewing you. Who is your least? Who you think is the worst written character in anime?
Worst written character in anime. So, this is a tough one. I know who instantly comes to mind.
Takamichi?
Actually, no, but he's one of them. Because I can't stand the way Takamichi's written. I hate that nigga.
Okay.
One of the characters who I think is written very poorly, but he's cool. So people love him. But if you really start thinking about his writing, he's written very poorly. It's Sasuke. Right. Because let's be honest, right? I'm a Sasuke hater. Been a Sasuke hater for a long time, right? But I can admit that Sasuke is cool. Sasuke is a cool character. Revenge is a cool concept, right?
Cool plot. You can't hit on revenge.
It's just a cool concept. But when we started getting to Sasuke's writing, Sasuke is just a blank canvas. And I've said this multiple times before.
Okay. That's
Sasuke is just a blank canvas. Sasuke is a poorly written character because he never truly had a will of his own, right? Itachi murked the fam, looked Sasuke in his eyes and was like, come kill me one day. And what was Sasuke's goal? Go kill Itachi because Itachi said so. Then Orochimaru's like, you need more power. What's Sasuke's new goal? Get more power because Orochimaru said so. And then Madara, quotes Madara, actually Obito was like, yo, you had the Itachi thing all wrong. You actually got to go fuck the leaf up because Itachi got done dirty. That's his new goal. And even now, Naruto whooped his ass and was like, hey, bro, that's not the way to go. Stop doing that bad shit. And he was like, damn, Naruto's right. You know, like, Sasuke just lets people paint. He's a blank canvas and he lets people paint his picture on him. And he just does, like, that's my problem with Sasuke, right? He's super, don't get me wrong, he's cool because
super cool.
He's a bad boy. He's this, that. I get it. but he's not as deep as people make him out to be. Like Sasuke is not like, if you look at Kurapika, he on the same revenge shit, but it's of his own will. He's following what he wants.
There's a theory in the anime community that Kishimoto copied his whole story for Kurapika for Sasuke.
I believe it.
The eye power,
yeah,
the revenge, the group of people he has to kill, you know what I'm saying?
I believe
the
it.
Loner, you know.
Yeah,
so.
I could wholeheartedly believe it, but I don't think he copied it as well as he could have, you know?
Yeah, no, yeah.
And like I like that puppeteer story, you know, where it's like somebody is controlling you, but at some point the puppet has to take their own will. And that's what makes it cool. Like if we look at Prince Zuko, right? It's like the Fire Lord kept telling him, it's your destiny to do this, and that's how you're gonna get love back. And then he gets that and he's like, damn, this actually isn't what I want. And he follows his own path. We never truly see Sasuke follow his own path. And that's what bothers me about Sasuke.
Yeah, that's it's a hot take for real.
Yeah. I get killed almost every time. Sometimes I change people's mind with that one though. Cause that's one of the ones where like at the end of the day, it's opinion based, but there's also a level of fact in there too. And I have changed people's minds about Sasuke. It never made anybody stop thinking he's cool. You know, he's a cool guy, but he's annoying on that sense for me. Who's yours?
I have two. If you're not familiar with this one, I have a hot take one.
Okay.
It's going to shake the room.
Ooh.
Okay. Have you ever watched Future Diaries? You heard of Future Diaries?
I haven't. I've heard of it. I haven't watched it.
Okay. So it's this dude named Yuki, but we're not going to do Yuki because you haven't watched the show. You have to watch the show to really understand my vitriol for him. My hot take one, though, it's going to hurt because I love this show.
I want to hear it.
I think Itadori is kind of written kind of bad right now.
Ooh, Itadori is written bad. Why do you think Itadori is written poorly?
Look at everybody else around him. First of all, look at all the other characters around him. Now,
that's facts.
Look at Megami. Look at Nobar. Look at Gojo. Look at Seto. Look at Toji. Everybody has these fleshed out, deep, amazing, dark. Look at Yuta.
Ooh, Yuta is different.
Like, look at these stories that Gigi has wrote for these people. Now, let's look at Itadori. And right now, and this is a right now thing.
Right.
This is a right now thing. Because I trust Gigi. He's been writing my favorite story for the last 4 or 5 years now.
Right.
So I'm not going to shit on him. But right now, we don't like Itadori. Just doesn't feel like anything.
Okay, I'm gonna counter you on that to a certain extent, right?
Okay. Oh, and this is coming from somebody who's read the manga as well too. So that might be a feeling now of recency bias because I'm deeper in the story. But continue.
Okay, so I actually had a similar argument about this with one of my co-hosts on the podcast, right? Shout out C2. C2 was saying the same thing. He said that he thought that Denji was deeper than Itadori.
Okay.
And I think that Itadori does have that deepness factor once we start to get into how Itadori is one of those idealistic main characters, right? When you start to go to like the Naruto, Deku route where it's like, yo, right is right, wrong is wrong, that type of shit, right? When he has that moment where he has to kill those souls, you know what I'm saying? Right. Those cursed spirits, and he was like, damn, bro, killing is wrong, and I would never kill a person, but these niggas are literally begging me, like I have to kill them, you know? And he finds that like it's a like a dark place inside of him, but it's also like that positive where it's like I'm doing the right thing, but I still gotta kill. And then when you start to get into like Junpei and like what them niggas did to Junpei, bro, and he's like, damn, I'm about to fuck this nigga Mahito up for this nigga. Like
Mahito's a great character.
Mahito's a great character. And I'm sure there's more, but right now Mahito's a great character. But when he like, I'm about to fuck this nigga up, bro. You did Junpei, I'm about to fuck you up, bro. And he started to get into that darker area of himself, you know?
Right.
And like, yes, he hasn't had, out of the characters in that show, I think Megumi is a little bit deeper than Itadori.
Way more fleshed out right now.
Yeah, I can agree with you on that. Like, there are like Yuta is definitely on some deeper shit. I can agree, but I still do like Itadori a lot. I think he definitely still got that deepness.
He's not written to the level I want him to be written at right now.
I can respect that.
It's like the example of like a Chrysler 300 is a great looking car until it pulls up next to a Rolls Royce, right?
I see what you're saying.
There's a whole bunch of Rolls Royces right now in this JJK story. Itadori, good character. He just not.
He don't match up to the other. Yeah, I could see that.
Right now. At
the same time though, he's still a Chrysler 300. He still look nice next to a Prius. You know what I'm saying?
he still look nice next to it because I find a lot of people not standing Itadori as JJK fans.
Yeah, I've seen that.
It's the surrounding cast, Nobara, Gojo. I mean,
obviously. Come on,
you know what I'm saying?
People gonna hype Gojo no matter what. Yeah, Nanami. I fuck with Nanami. I've done Nanami cosplay and shit like.
I think Nanami is one of my favorite. First of all,
yeah, I got my
turning.
You know what I'm saying? I do Nanami. I've done a couple Nanami cosplays.
Turning the working man into a power.
Fire. I watched that episode on my lunch break at work. And when that nigga said, I clocked in at 10, I ain't clocking out no later than 6. I was like, this nigga spitting. I was literally in the break room like, I feel him though. I feel him.
Oh, when he took off the tie, he was like, man, I guess I gotta do overtime.
He said, let's wrap this shit up.
Got the power boost. I said, that's
fire.
Hell of a condition, bro.
Fire. Yeah, I think Nanami's the
goat. And so we got so many tough ass characters like that.
Yeah. I
with a person who punches really hard.
Hey, but when it was him and Toto, he punched hard 2 times. You know what I'm saying? Twice. Then Black Flashes too, though.
No. But you did Black Flash with a sword. I mean,
that Black Flash was different. That was a different Black Flash. I ain't gonna lie.
I think I did a Black Flash with a weapon.
That shit was hard. I also like in that movie we got to see Nanami's when he popped off with his 4 Black Flash. That shit was cool too.
Hey, and on top of that, bro, Yuta was supposed to be the main character.
I know.
GG went a whole complete. But I'm happy.
I think honestly, as much as I love Yuta, I think that was the right choice.
I do too.
Yeah, I love Yuta, but I don't know.
I love Yuta.
I don't think that story would have went as far where Yuta's the main character.
He's first of all, I think Gigi knew he wrote Yuta too strong.
Yeah, bro. There's no way. As strong as he is, he's a special rank. Special class. Yeah. You can't have the main character be a special class.
There's no growth. He wrote him too strong.
Yeah, he
wrote him amazingly.
Yeah.
He wrote him too strong.
Wrote him too strong and too fast. Because he wrote in 4 chapters? The nigga figured the whole Rika shit out within like the 4 chapters. So it's like
he do that. He was like, okay, well, refresh. You know what I'm saying? So,
but I still like these characters, so I gotta keep these characters.
So I gotta keep these characters and blah blah blah, and take them out the story. And I think you anime only guys are gonna be shit. I would be happy.
Shit, I hope so. People say that Shibuya arc is gonna go crazy.
Shibuya is gonna break you down into like 4 pieces and make you cry.
I'm hyped, bro. I'm hyped for it.
And the same thing with Chainsaw Man. I think this season of Chainsaw Man was a very good palate cleanser. But everybody everybody who I told to read it and has read it, understand why it was being hyped.
It's
like
a
it
slapper.
was.
Okay, I'm waiting for season 2. I'm waiting for season 2 because I really enjoyed season 1. And like that's one thing about being a content creator, right? When I have a critique of shit, people take that to mean that I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I really liked Chainsaw Man season 1, but I want to see why it's hailed as dope as it is.
I'm on record saying multiple times, Chainsaw Man is one of my might be my favorite piece of fiction in the last like 10 years, bro.
That's a bold statement.
I know. But
that's a bold statement.
I stand on it.
All right, bro. That's what's up. I think we can end it out on that statement. Shit, that's a bold ass statement, man.
Hey, man, I only speak in absolutes, and that's why I get in trouble with that.
Okay, I'm with that, bro. I'm with that. Let the people know where to find you.
Hey, man, Grizz on 13th.tv on everything. Music, Grizz on 13, no .tv on Spotify, YouTube, all that type of stuff. And yeah, check me out, man. Leave a comment. Tell me how bad my opinions are. I love
it. Nah, I feel you on that. That's part of the best part of the job is getting to hear other people's opinions and going with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Because it's like, bro, you know, I have these ideas in my head and I can spin them out, and now you can you know. They're no longer. I could put them in the world, and then you can hate them or love them.
Do what you want with them. Do what you want with what I got. But yeah, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Appreciate y'all so much. Hopefully y'all liked it. If y'all like it enough, we'll bring Grizz back. This was lit.
Yeah, man.
This was super dope. And y'all will see content with us in person too.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I definitely want to come up to the Shy and sit down with the whole cast, man.
Bro, so pull up. It's gonna be turning.
When I'm here, when I'm up there, don't worry, we're linking. So
it's gonna be lit, and we'll be at DreamCon too.
Oh, and we will be at DreamCon. Y'all doing the pod at DreamCon?
So this year at DreamCon, what I really want to do is bring a decent amount of equipment, and even if we don't do it at the actual convention, maybe just like have our hotel room set up where we can do some, because there's so many dope content creators out there, you know.
Yeah.
So I wanna do something, and I know they have a media room too. So I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Okay, that's a bet. Well.
Yep. All right. Thank y'all so much. We'll catch y'all in the next one. We out. Peace.